Hello and welcome back to the channel. Alright, so today we're going to be covering another anime. The anime I really wanted to cover today was definitely The Disastrous Life of Saiki. Sorry, let me take my headphones off real quick. Alright, so if you're wondering, anime, why? Let me tell you why I think anime is probably one of the best things to happen, not only for, let's just say it's one of the best things in the world, because it's a different take on animation. Like, yeah, we have Mickey Mouse cartoons and all that, but I think anime definitely holds true to its original form. So yeah, I think you guys should just give it a shot. If you're not into anime, you can just leave, not watch this video. If you are into anime, I highly recommend you stay and, tell me what you think. But today, we're going to be covering The Disastrous Life of Saiki. So, before we get into it, there are spoilers in the video, so if you wanted to watch it for yourself, please just leave the video and go watch something else, either on my channel or somebody else's channel. It doesn't matter. But if you don't care about spoilers, I recommend you stay. If you want to watch it regardless of what I say or what I don't say, or if you don't want to watch it, then do you. I'm basically just killing time for those of you that are kind of wondering if you want to watch it but kind of don't. So yeah, just do you. You'll figure it out. Anyway, so yeah, I wanted to cover The Disastrous Life of Saiki. Saiki is one of, it's in my top 20 of animes. And I've seen, maybe just a handful of animes that people have seen, but, I don't know. I kind of like a different kind of anime. I'm very picky or specific on, what I want to watch or what I don't want to watch. So it takes me a minute to get into different kind of animes and stuff like that. So The Disastrous Life of Saiki, I think it's really good. My rating on it is an 8 out of 10. It has 4 seasons, technically. We'll get into it a little bit later on, the 4th season specifically. I think, in my opinion, that's the worst season, but we'll see. But yeah, my first ever experience with this, I was just, casually scrolling through Netflix. Yes, I watched it on Netflix, and I saw it and I was like, okay, this looks kind of interesting. The character design was interesting, so I was like, okay, let me just watch it. I watched maybe 5 seconds of the trailer. He was like, my name is Kusuo Saiki. I have psychic powers, and even despite these powers, I try and act like a normal individual. And I was like, so this man has psychic powers, but he wants to be normal, which is interesting. That's already weird within itself. So I guess I was hooked by that second. So I guess I started watching it. So when I first watched it, I was like, alright, so he's just expressing his daily life and whatever, it's cool. But then I noticed, there was already there was character development within the first 20 seconds, which is very interesting, because not only was it yeah, that's typical, yeah, character development, blah ha ha, but it's the way he was doing it and describing it was very different from most animes. He's like, I'm Kusuo Saiki, this is my everyday life, and you're probably wondering what's going on, but this is what's going on. I'm not going to spoil the first episode. I think you should at least watch the first episode. It's pretty interesting. But there's character development within the first episode, within the first couple of seconds. So that's already interesting. Again, despite having all his psychic powers, he wants to be a normal individual. And it's kind of hard, because it's you have these abilities, but you want to be normal, so what are you going to do? So, again, I think you should watch it. If you're going to watch it dubbed, I think you will enjoy the dub. If you're going to watch it subbed, it's not bad, but I relate more to the dub than I do with the sub, especially in the first season. Second season does not have a dub, sadly. I guess they just didn't have enough time, or Funimation just didn't want to give it a dub. I don't know. I don't know the technicalities or anything like that. I just watched the anime. So second season is okay. Still the same amount of humor, all that good stuff. Third season, it's kind of the ending, or what are they called? Not EPs or something. Like the ending thing for animes. Like, it's kind of like that, but it branches off into like something new. Spoiler alert coming up in like the next 5 seconds. I'm just gonna tell you anyway. Kusuo gives up his psychic powers in the 3rd season, and that's pretty interesting because his whole character is based on his psychic powers. So giving that up not only shows the human side of it, because he wants to be normal, and then the reason why he wants to give up his psychic powers is because he just wants to tell his friends and be a normal individual. So he does that. But when he tries to, glass shatters right next to him. So it seems like he didn't lose all his powers, which is interesting. And that's where the 4th season comes in. And sadly, I hate to say this, the reason why I give Saiki K, The Disastrous Life of Saiki K, an 8 out of 10 is because of the 4th season. Netflix, I guess, picked up the series, which is not bad because, like, that's where I watched all of it anyway, which is pretty cool. But the reason why the 4th season is probably the worst season, in my opinion, is because of its trailer. It was picked up, I was hyped for it because I saw the trailer and I was like, no way, they're bringing it back, they're making more episodes, that's pretty cool. But, like, they, after watching the last 3 seasons and how it ended, and then where they're picking it up from, it's like a continuation. That's how they promoted it, a continuation. Sadly, it is a continuation, but how they go about the continuation was quite awful. Imagine watching a Marvel movie trailer for like Spider-Man, the next Spider-Man, so like they promote this villain within the first 5 seconds of the trailer. They promote like everything they're hyping you up for, like what this movie's gonna be about and whatever. So then you're going into the movie theater expecting it like to be everything the trailer said it was. This is why I don't watch trailers, by the way, but I just happen to watch a couple and like, see, this is why I get disappointed. So if you ever, alright, side note, if you ever want to be more satisfied with movies and stuff like that, don't watch every single trailer out there. It's okay to watch a few, it's okay to watch maybe the first couple 10 seconds, but then after that, please, like I'm telling you, you will enjoy movies a lot more if you just don't watch trailers. Like if you hear an announcement for something, don't watch it. You'll be more hyped for it, I'm telling you. But yeah. So, this trailer was telling you, back to the Marvel movie example, sorry, I went on a side note thing, but yeah, this Marvel movie was telling you this villain, this is all that's happening. So you go into the movie theater expecting all this to happen, and then you're so excited for it, like so super excited for it. But little did you know, everything they showed in the trailer happens within the last 20 minutes. The last 20 minutes of the movie. So the entire movie isn't what you thought it was. And you're kind of disappointed, and the last 20 minutes are probably your favorite, which is, how does that make you feel as an individual? You're probably like, bruh, so you mean to tell me I paid this much money for this movie, and I'm watching this movie, and I can't even be hyped for the entire movie except for the last 20 minutes? That's kind of sad if you think about it. It feels like a waste of time, would it not? So I'm not gonna lie, the 4th season, which is Kusuo Saiki, or see, I'm so upset about it, I'm stuttering, bro, but the Disastrous Life of Saiki K, the last season, the 4th season, it's technically the Disastrous Life of Saiki K Reawakened on Netflix, is doo-doo. I'm sorry, but it's dookie. Like, how the heck are you going to promote so much about the continuation, and then, you know what was sad about it? The last, I think, 2 episodes were a continuation. The last 2 episodes. And there's only 6 episodes. All the other seasons, except for season 3, because it was the ending, remember? Ending for the series. So, the 1 and 2 had, like, I want to say at least 20 episodes. At least 20. So, like, that's good. That's a good number. Like, I was definitely entertained for a good minute watching The Disastrous Life of Saiki K 1 and 2. And like the third one, I was like, okay, I like this ending, you know, blah blah blah. But then they left on a cliffhanger, and I was like, bro, they left on a cliffhanger. I would definitely want some more. And then here's season 4. I get my 4th and continuation. Say less, right? So then I'm into it. The first 4 episodes, he still has his psychic powers. So I'm sitting there like, this man's has his psychic powers after giving him up in the where we left off, and they don't even mention it yet. They don't even mention it yet. And I'm like, the reason why I'm still watching these episodes is because I'm waiting for them to explain what's happening. Because if you look in the first, the previous the previous stuff, you'll see it does the same thing. It does 2 things and then story, 2 things, story. There's a pattern. This one did not have a pattern at all, so I wasn't able to follow what was going on. I was just like, these are kind of random. They felt like filler episodes. Imagine a whole season dedicated to filler episodes. Naruto. Naruto. No, I'm just joking. But you know, even you still enjoy the fillers. I'm not saying I didn't enjoy the fillers. It's just that, bro, where's my story? Where's my story? I want some story. How do these fillers even relate to the story? That's what I was getting at. Yes, they introduced 2 new characters, which are pretty funny. The first character they introduce is a teacher who's actually a pretty nice teacher. The only problem with the teacher is his face. This it looks like a perv, which is weird, because it's bro, how did he even become a teacher with that face? Which is pretty funny. And you'll see him there in a couple of episodes, and then you're just like, okay, whatever. Second character they introduced, actually a pretty interesting character. I wish they developed more with this character, and I wish she would have made an appearance 2 seasons ago. I'm just saying, 2 seasons ago would have been perfect, because then not only can you balance out so much more with this character, but then you have so much potential from even more. So I was really hyped to see the second character. She has major bad luck. It's like a superpower of hers, surprisingly. And with everything being so normal, she has a superpower for misfortune. That sucks, but it balances. You have to watch it to understand. I'm not gonna tell you everything about it, because this one I think deserves more attention. This character I think deserves more attention. She has bad luck. That's all I gotta say. You have to watch. It's actually pretty interesting and pretty funny. You guys should definitely watch it. Also, a side note, they left out a couple of interesting characters from season 2. I thought that was kind of wacky. I was like, what happened blah blah blah. You have to watch the second season. I'm just gonna tell you, she's a girl, and her rival is the prettiest girl. That's it. So she rivals the prettiest girl. You'll see. They left out key aspects that made the disastrous life of Saiki K, and I was just very disappointed. So it goes into the continuation, I think, episode 5 and episode 6 in season 4, and I'm sitting there watching it, and it's actually interesting to see how they're taking it. This man's still experiences his normal life. It's telling the story, but you're like, okay, we're getting to the good stuff. It keeps going, it keeps building to the potential, and then it leaves you unsatisfied. The last episode left me so unsatisfied, dog. I was like, oh yes, we're gonna get what we wanted. I was like, it was worth the wait, boys. And then I saw the last couple of minutes, and I said, no joke, that was my face. I said, this is how they ended it. This right here is how they ended it. Okay. I had to physically put my phone down, because I was watching this on my phone. I had to put my phone down, walk away, grab something to drink, come back, exit Netflix, and open Crunchyroll, just to find something more entertaining and satisfying. Again, the Disastrous Life of Saiki K is definitely in my top 20. It's just that I don't think Netflix knows what it's doing. Like, and I'm not saying I can write it a lot better. It's just that if you're gonna promote something and hype it up so much and then not deliver, or you deliver but it's not the right delivery, then it's kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, bro, I felt like I was watching some off-brand movie or something, homie. Like, it just didn't feel right. So I had to do, like, I just had to think, man. But again, I recommend you watch it for yourselves. I watched it on Netflix. It's definitely one of those animes I think you guys would enjoy. If you like One Punch Man, it has the same kind of comedy. I would watch it, and I highly recommend it to you. It's pretty funny. Definitely relatable. Again, I like the first season's dub. They didn't dub it in the second season, so it's definitely up there for like a good dub. If you guys are looking for dubbed and don't want to read, except for like the second season. But you know, even then, it's easy. It's not going too fast. Easy to read as well. And it's a lot funny, you know, seeing their reactions in Japanese and in English in the first season and stuff like that. So again, I rate it out of 10. 8 out of 10. I think you guys will enjoy it. Please give it a chance if you guys are actually interested. If you're not, please don't dislike the video. You don't even have to like the video. This is just something I wanted to do, try out. I said I was gonna do it, and I'm trying to be a man of my word, like I always am. It's just that sometimes I get lazy or I procrastinate and I just hold off on stuff. So I'm glad this is my first video on anime reviews. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, hope you guys are having a great day. I'm gonna do another one of these. It doesn't always have to be an anime review. It'll just be a Bombo reviews blah blah blah. That might be the title. Bombo reviews this, and hopefully this gets you to either watch it, give it a chance. If you've seen it, please leave a comment down below. If you kind of want to see it but want to know more, you can talk to me in the comments, you know, like just talk. I feel like there's a lot of stuff out there that I feel like we can relate on, so why not give it a shot, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's gonna be it for me, guys. I hope you all have a good one. I love you all. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time. Alright, love you guys. Bye.